Hi everyone, hope you're all well. I want to touch on the subject of alternatives today to all out violence on the streets. It causes a lot of grief and suffering. It's an extreme action, and it's always best to use alternatives before going to that extent. There are many alternatives. There are things like civil disobedience. Okay, an example of civil disobedience is to stop paying your taxes. This is particularly applies to people who are self-employed because they're usually in charge of submitting their tax returns and that. So that's one way. Another way is you see, it's not just the misguided governments are the problem. There's also misguided corporations. So the movement in America Buy Nothing is very good because people are just buying the essential things that they need. And you hit corporations in the pocket, they'll soon start treating their customers better again. Another possibility is the your parliamentary representatives. Now in Ireland that's TDs, and there's MEPs as well. So if you start writing letters, emails, and contacting them with all your grievances, your complaints, it's about doing it as a group. Because I know from my own experience years ago, when you're up against the government and you're doing it on your own, it's a very hard slog. Whereas if you can come together as communities and try this thing of putting pressure on your local representatives through writing to them. Now, you mightn't get a result, but it's all about building up the pressure on them. So, and not resorting to violence. So it's all worth the try, you know. It's I know there's deep frustration. People, the people are feeling like that they're having their whole country just invaded, and that they're not being treated equally anymore. That foreigners are being put ahead of local people, and there are very legitimate concerns out there. So, but the danger is if you go to the extreme of violence, the governments usually clamp down on that with the army and with the police force. So that's what I'm saying. The situation can escalate and get worse. Whereas if you can keep the just civil disobedience, that's better. Now oh yeah, I think it's in London. The farmers have driven their tractors through the to the British Parliament. That's a good idea too. It's because you're not harming anyone, but you're disrupting the usual run of the mill stuff, the everyday things, and you disrupt the. When ordinary people are disrupted like that, they get annoyed with the politicians as well. So this is about making politicians listen to people, and the courts is another option. There are many. I know England, Britain doesn't have a written constitution. Ireland does. America does. You can go the legal route. You can go into the courtrooms and put pressure on the judges to give you your fair constitutional rights. Those to be upheld. So there's many options out there. So just think outside the box is my advice, and come up with ways as groups, even as individual, make suggestions to friends and family about how you could disrupt the, the workings of the government in a peaceful manner, that they will have to stop and rethink what they're doing. Because right now they do need a wake-up call, and people are doing their best to keep a cool head, and it's really important to keep a cool head and not let the the whole negative stuff get on top of you. Just rise above it and hold on to the love, really, you know. Um, this is not about individual race of people. This is about just too much stuff being done behind the ordinary person's back, you know, the voter's back. So just keep a cool head and everything will be okay. Thanks. Bye bye.